Yes. So actually, basically, for today, we will review the basic algorithm on the blockchains. So before we discuss more deep about the the basic algorithm in the blockchain, of course, we need to refresh our knowledge about the cryptography as one of the important basics that we need to understand about the how the blockchain works. Yeah, especially in the in the computer science side. Yeah. So for today, we will try to review fast about the cryptography first, and then we go to the to the detailed discussion about the blockchain, the basic blockchain algorithm, which is hash algorithms. Yeah. So that will be our direction. So maybe some of the explanation you already get in the cryptography courses, and also maybe in the computer security course before you take this course. Yeah. So let's discuss about it. So I think you already understand that when we talk about the blockchains, we cannot let and not observe the cryptography. Yeah. So because in another side, especially in the cryptography point of view, blockchain is one of the advanced discussion or the next discussion about the cryptography, because in the when we discuss about the cryptography, basically we discuss about the science of the encryption. Yeah, how we do some technique and method to to hide the message with the scientific way, and then and so when we transmit the information or data through network or maybe another media, it will be secure, and then and other we cannot see in the very open way. So in here the cryptography mostly discuss about the science of encryption. Yeah. So we try to build something that's secure, and then something that only understand and readable by the system itself. Yeah. So that's mean of the cryptography. But in here, when we talk about the cryptography, I think we need to know that the cryptography itself not only just stand by the cryptography itself, yeah, but they also have the cryptanalysis. Yeah, this is like the science of the breaking the encryption. So when we have the encryption, so of course to see and then to use the information inside the data, we need to break the encryption that will be very useful for open the data that already encrypted. So in here that the cryptanalysis is also in the science there to breaking the encryption. So when we discuss the cryptography and cryptanalysis, this is like it's work for like a common in the common network of data. Yeah. So when in one, for example, in one node that will be connect to the another node, so we want to transmit the data, so we can implement the cryptography to deliver the message here in secure way. But when we discuss about the cryptology, that will be the basis of the blockchains, we not only use the cryptography or cryptanalysis, but we combine the cryptography and cryptanalysis because the node will be connected in the very distributed way. So that will be very different architecture on the cryptography. So, but even the architecture is different from the common one. In the blockchains, when using the distributed network, we can still use the cryptography and cryptanalysis. But when we implement these two type of the cryptography and cryptanalysis, we do in the different way. Yeah? So we use more massive, and then every node that connected to the distributed network on the blockchain, we will have the cryptography and also the cryptanalysis function. So that will be the main difference when we use the cryptography and cryptanalysis in the ordinary way. So in this slide or in this discussion, I just want to highlight that when we design the blockchain architecture, we also think that how the hash algorithm or the cryptology will be worked on the network, in the distributed network itself. Yeah, so that's why it's very interesting to discuss about it. And then of course, even in the core of the science of the cryptography, there is no difference, but in the implementation, we will have some unique implementation on the blockchain environment. Yeah, so that would be very important. So when we see this one, so actually the cryptography is try to prevent somebody that not appropriate is intercepting the message. Yeah. So when for example the first side Alice send the message to Bob, so it's mean like we try to securing the channel between the Alice and Bob, that so the another part is like if there is cannot intercepting the message. Yeah. So that's why to maybe if know about the message from Alice and Bob, that but he or she cannot see what are the message itself. Yeah, so that would be the concept of the cryptography. So I think you already know that in the common and the basic cryptography, using the symmetric key, we call the secret key. So if the two sides have the secret key, so they can encrypt with the secret key, and then we also open the message from using the authentication, and then we can open with the secret key, which is password or something else. Yeah. So that would be very simple way of the asymmetric key. And but if we not use the symmetric key, we can use the public key encryption. Yeah, I think you already know about it. Yeah, we can the receiver will be generate two key, and then the public key will be published, and then the Alice will be encrypted with the ciphertext. Yeah, with this combination between the public key and then the plain text of P, and then will be decrypted by Bob, and then we can use this one as the private key of the message. So it's mean we generate from the public key encryption. Yeah, so that's also important point from the cryptography. Yeah, it's very normal, I think. And then we can also use the digital signature in here. Yeah, so Alice will be generate the key, and then Alice will be publish the key itself, and then sign the plain text and send to the Bob, and then Bob will verify that the E will be same with the generated by the Alice. And yeah, of course, Alice only know the key. Yeah, so that will be the digital signature works. Yeah, so we also can use the combining public key encryption and authentication actually. Yeah, so we can combine these two of these. Yeah, so this is like combining with the public key and then the secret key that will be one of the authentication factor from the Alice. Yeah, so it's mean two sides will know and understand about the the key that they already have. Yeah. And of course, in the cryptographic, we also have some threat, or challenge. Yeah. So even we already use the secret key, and then using the public key and also the digital signature, some of this case still occurs. Yeah. So I think like the ciphertext only will be attacker has only ciphertext. Yeah. So if the plain text is known, attacker has plain text and corresponding ciphertext. And then chosen plain text, yeah, this is like attacker can encrypt message of his choosing, and distinguishing an attacker can distinguish your cipher from an ideal cipher, yeah, using the random permutation. So in here we can see that a cipher must be secure against all these attacks. Yeah. So the question is how we securing, and then we make the cipher strong from these attacks. Yeah. So that will be will be very important to see how it's work. Yeah. And in the cryptography, I think you already know about the Kerckhoff principle. The security of an encryption system must depend only on the key, not on the security of the algorithms. Yeah. So this is like this is very basic principle on the on the security things that we let and we give the trust on the key itself, not in the algorithms. Yeah. So in the we can see that all property encryption system has been broken before. Yeah. We know about the Enigma, we know about the DCSS, we know about zip crack. It's also same things. Yeah. And secure system use published algorithms. Yeah. So using the PGP, OpenSSL through cryptography, through Crypt is also one of the secure system platform that publish the algorithms. Yeah. So I think we can learn from here that the Kerckhoff principle is very important to understand about. Let and we need to depend only on the key, yeah, not the algorithm itself. Yeah. So this is like also we also have the term about the provable security. Yeah, there is no such thing as a provably secure system. Yeah, a proof of unbreakable encryption does not prove the system is secure. Yeah. So this is like systems are believed secure only when many people try and fail to break them. Yeah. So I think in this point, the provable security that state that when we involving a lot of nodes that can collaborate and also can work together on the encryption system, I think will be very good to see about the to know about the strength of the cryptographic that implement in the system. So in that point, I think the blockchain try to give the advantage on it, yeah, because you already know that we will involving many distributed network that will be give the opportunity to the system that many people will try, and then the hash algorithm, and then make the system will be see it is still on the work on the is correct system, or maybe we have a fail on the system itself. Yeah. So that also one of the important point that you need to understand about why we using the distributed network in the blockchains. So yeah, this is the cryptographic algorithm that that commonly the common method on the cryptographic. Yeah. So I think you already know about the block chipper that we already mentioned in the early stage that we discussed about the block chippers. Yeah. So this is mostly using the secret or symmetric key, and then we also using the hashes. Yeah. And then using the MIC, this is key hashes. Yeah. And then we also have the Diffie-Hellman key exchange. Yeah. And then using the RSA, public key encryption and digital signature, this is the combination. And gamma digital signature is also one of the algorithm that very advanced on the cryptographic algorithms. Yeah. So in the block chipper, we have a lot of algorithm inside the block chipper. Yeah. This is like using the chipper text and then give the key to the plain text, and then we will have some secure message that cannot read by the general people, the common people. We already know about the IS dash, 3 dash, 2 phase, low phase, yeah, and then we also have serpent RC4 DAA is the algorithm around the block chippers, yeah. And then we also have the encryption mode. Yeah, we're using the ECB that we call the electronic code book, and then also we're using the CPC, yeah, chipper block chaining, and then OFB. This is using the output feedback, and then CTR is counter. And when we discuss about it, actually, it's very simple. This is the ECP mode. Yeah, this is insecure. Ciphertext block may repeat. Yeah, so this means like you can see in here that the P and then the C will be encrypted by the using the ECP mode. Yeah, and then this is like the CPC mode. This is come a little bit different with this one. This is like most like serial, parallel ciphertext architecture, yeah, something like that. And then in the CPC mode, it is more advanced because we're using the fixed, random, and also counters, yeah, to initialize the factor that will be make some cheaper, will be more complex, yeah. And also we have the OVP mode, yeah. This is like using the this is not temporal resistance, yeah. So this is like another mode that we can use for it, yeah. And then we also have the CTR mode, yeah. It is like it's common with the OVP, but it's in the different way, yeah. I think we will not discuss more detail. And then I think you know also in the block cheaper component, this is the S-box, yeah. This is invertible lookup tables, depend on key, and P-box is reorder bits, may also depend on the key. And then we have the key schedules, yeah, function of key. Yeah, this is like a simple hash, yeah. This is, I think, this is the initiation why we will have the hash, yeah, for the algorithms, yeah. So I think, yeah, this is the permutation. I think that we will not discuss about it. And I think the overview about the DES data encryption standard, it will be consist of 64-bit blocks, yeah, and then 56-bit key, and then using the 16-round Rijndahl network, yeah. This is established in 1976, designed by NSA and also the IBM, and then, but unfortunately, it's considered obsolete due to small key and block size. Yeah, so it will be not very, can handle the situation, especially now. Yeah, and then this is the DES Rijndahl network. Yeah, this is like using the expand something, and then we have also a bit shuffle in here. So it is like more random bit and key that will be distributed across the key. And then this is AES, yeah, this is Advanced Encryption Standard. It is used for replacing the DES, yeah. This is like in 2001. It is reviewed by NSA. It can use for 1 to 8-bit block size, and then we have a bit key that can be 256, yeah. And then using the substitution permutation network, yeah. So it is like using this permutation, so it's mean like we can randomize more extreme, in this case. And then we also have, this is the ISRON, I think, yeah. So, and then we have Stream Cipher in here using the pseudo number and number generator that we already know about the PRNG, yeah. And then we're using the XOR for shuffling the Cipher and the stream, yeah. And then we also have the RC4 Stream Cipher. We have a key schedule, and we also have the key stream generation. Yeah, this is like we try to schedule some of the key, and then we generate the key stream on it. Yeah, and of course the RC4 have some weakness. Yeah, this is not tamper resistant. Yeah, so especially for it, and so that's why we need MIC for solving this problem, yeah. And then the XOR of ciphertext with same key also have a problem in here, so we're using the hash key with nonce, yeah. And so that's why in this case the weakness came from the Fluher, Mantin, and Shamir attack, yeah. This is like initial key stream is non-random. If key is simply concatenate with nonce, then key can be recovered. And used to break WEP encryption used by 802.11b in the wireless network. Yeah, so very very the point that we need to consider when using the RC4. Yeah. So this is like secure hash function. This is like the very basic hash algorithm that we use on the blockchains. When we have this message, any size of message, we will we will modify the message using the hash, and so that's why we have the n-bit hash here. So the goal to this is for achieving the collision resistance here. So this is very important for hash here. And then on the first preimage resistance, yeah, this will be in the second work to find M, yeah, and the second preimage resistance will be have the second work to find M2, such that M1 is same with the HM2, yeah. So this is like the secure hash function. So it's mean we do something in here, yeah. So for the hash application, it actually is commonly used for faster digital signature, yeah. So this is like the digital signature. And then we do some password verification, and then without storing the password. And then we have a strong pseudo random number generation. And also the message authentication code, or MIC, is one of the hash application in here. So this is the hash example. This is like MD2. Maybe you already know MD4 and MD5. But unfortunately, it's only 1 to 8 bits, yeah. And then it's not, yeah. Maybe you still found in the databases, I think, yeah, the MD5 or something. But now we have the SHA. The first version is 160 bits, yeah. And now we have SSH 256 until 512 bits, yeah. I think this is the still many now application and also organization use this one. What I know that in the financial technology institution, for example, the approach is using the SHA 512. Yeah, this is most complex and more secure. Yeah, they claim more secure. And then we also have actually Whirlpool. Yeah, this is also can use for 512 bits, and then the Tiger is 192 bits. Yeah, so many proposed hashes has been broken. Yeah, so you need to consider about it. So yeah, this is actually, even the hash is one of the advanced algorithm that we can use to securing the message, but still many parties try to prove the hash, and they can do that one. So the challenge now is the implementation and the algorithm itself it should be secure. Yeah. So it will be supported by the blockchain network that using the distributed network that we using the SHA and then is implemented in the very distributed network. So I think that will be differentiation between the common approach on the SHA. So when we learn about the hash construction, yeah, from a block cheapers, I think we can see that's one that when we have message number 1 and message number 2, and then we will create the key for the message number 1, and then we do some encryption in here. We will combining the CO and then CI to have the hash message on here. Yeah. So in here that we will have the we will do same thing for another message here. So it's mean every message we will have a hash here. So what we can see in here, actually the structure of the hash algorithm in the blockchain, it's mean in one message or in one transaction, it will be generated by one hash here. So it's mean we will have a very unique encryption key for every message here. So you can imagine that one, all the message will have a different encryption result. So that will be very difficult for anyone to break the hash actually. But still, I will say that it's possible to break, yeah. But to do that one, yeah, like I mentioned in the previous class, we will need a very big supporting infrastructure to do that one. So this is also happen in the in the unique password hash, yeah. So it means hash is stored in the sum of directory, and then it will be generate some ASCII password, and then iterate thousands of times to slow down brute force caching, yeah. And then we have what bit sort used to word table lookup and detection of reused password, and combining by the dash modified to word hardware acceleration. Yeah, so network system now use MD5 to overcome password length limit in here. Yeah, so it means you can see that one that hash is used for to combine with the salt, and then we will do some modified DES in here. Yeah, so this is like the specification of SHA. I think I will not discuss very detail on it, but I think you already know about it. Yeah, this is like the using the message schedules. Yeah, you can see in here that the XOR is very important in the SHA because they like shuffling the message. Yeah, so it's mean like we will have some unique things. Yeah, you can see in here that the picture actually like give you some clue about how the chain work. Yeah, so if we have the A as message, it will be have some encryption and hash algorithm in here, and then the key will be distributed to B, and then the B is also same things, and etc. So it's mean like, but again, this is will be in the SHA1. We will have a message schedule, yeah, through some permutation. Yeah, so this will be difference. Yeah, and then we will also have the random number generation. Yeah, so it's mean random, it's mean not guessable by an attackers. Yeah, of course it's require a hardware source of entropy. So hash in here will be have function to random the number, yeah, to generate the random number. So it is like using the combination between the system clock, mouse movement, keystroke timing, network packets, thermal noise, yeah, audio, video input, and also radioactive sources. Yeah. So that will be the hash also have some functionality on it. Yeah. And then we also have the message authentication code. Yeah. It will be combining the SHA or MD5 with the key and message. Yeah. And can only be computed if you can guess the key. Yeah? The key. Yeah? So it's mean we depend on the key. Yeah? I think you already still remember about what the importance of the key. Yeah? And this is the Delphi-Hellman key exchange. Yeah, DH will be agree to allow parties to using the insecure channel. Yeah. So sometimes it's like a large prime number, and then we use the generator of Z. Yeah. And then the first party will be choose the random number that will be provided by the hash itself, and then send to the POP, yeah, to the second parties, and then the POP will also do things, do same things, and then give back to the Alice. Yeah. So that's why you can see that one Alice and POP will be use the random number of the key. Yeah. So if you're using the random number, then and only Alice and POP that verified the number, so I think another parties cannot compute. Yeah. And it's mean there is no change, there is no chance to intercept the message. Yeah. So yeah, it's split but not proven to be hard. Yeah. So I think that will be very important. Okay, and then Delphi-Hellman is also have some challenge, yeah, especially when facing the middle attacks, yeah, man in the middle attacks, yeah. So I think if somebody try to be one of the one of the parties, so like this scenario, intercept message to POP, for example, the if, and then pretend to be Alice, yeah. So he places himself, herself to be Alice, for example. This also can be happen. So they make some fake note, yeah, and then try to be like to put like Alice. So that would be also the happen. So that's why in the blockchain we using the registered node, that cannot be changed in even in the middle of the processes. So if we have some different node, so they will not verify as distributed node that that involved in the blockchains. So that's why it's very important to have this architectures. Of course, we also need the RSA public key cryptographic. This is like a reverse summary argument. Cryptographic algorithms. Using the two random primes. It's mean like two random numbers. The parties will be not only just the hash will be not produce only one random number, but it will be produce two random number that will be used by the parties, and then it's used for for encrypting the message, and then will be used for changing the message to the another parties. So it's mean like the random number will be more hard to guess because we have two random numbers. So I think it's also same. I think the RSA have some challenge too. It's believed to be hard, because using the discrete algorithms and requiring factoring, and to find P and Q. Neither problem has been proven to be hard, and number up to 663 bit have been factored. Theoretical attack exists using a quantum computer. So that also some of the you can see that how we can you can do something to, for example, to break the RSA. I think this is the clue. You can use the architecture that close with the quantum computing that have powerful computation power to guessing the random number. So I think the RSA have some consideration also. This is small message, exponent attack, So I think easy to find, so to be paired with the random data, so it can be more hard to find, And then using the factoring, this is like if P and Q have only small factor, then N is easy to factor, So if P is close to key, then N is easy to factor, So that will be the consideration of the factoring. So I think it's also same. RSA have a challenge on the man in the middle of attacks, So if the another parties plays as another party, so I think that they can have some difficulties on it, And then we also have the L-Gamma signature algorithm, The L-Gamma signature algorithm is using the key generations, So I think it's not only just a random number, but they try to initiate the generator of the key itself, and then so they have a very secret key, And then they sign the message using the choose random, and then they have the signature, and then to open the message we need to verify, and if the verification is accepted, so I think the message will be open. This is like to try to finding a hash collision in here, So I think this is also one of the advantages, So we have also the DSA, the digital signature algorithm. This is like try to do something different with from the RSA, using the L-Gamma signature, and then reduce signature to 3 to 0 bits, and then, but unfortunately from the parameter they have a 10 to 4 bit prime, and then the Q itself is 160 bit prime, So this is larger prime and hashes. So it means they have some space to have a larger prime and hashes, So in the DSA, they also have the key generation, signing, and also verifying. I think same with the with the RSA that we discussed before. So that will be the one. And then we also have the secure socket layer, the SSL. is used for the protocol. We had HTTPS. Yeah, it's also used for the blockchain because we want to ensure that all the nodes that work as node on the blockchain is also have a secure channel. Yeah, and this is known as TLS 1.0. Yeah, transport layer security. And then it can work for many algorithms, yeah, using the RSA, DSA, symmetric key, and also the hashes itself, yeah. And then the public key are signed by CIA or certificate authority, yeah, using X.509 certificate, yeah. So that's the important things that you need to understand, that blockchain is also working with this SSL, yeah. Yeah, this is like the the example of the SSL works. Yeah, yeah. Of course, the important point of the SSL is using the X.509 certificate. Yeah, this is the prevent man-in-the-middle attacks. Yeah, so we want to avoid the difficulty on consideration on the RSA and DSA that still have some difficulties or challenge on the man-in-the-middle of attacks. And then try to pin public key to server or client signed by a trusted certificate authority. Yeah, change to root CA. Yeah, so that's very important. So the most important thing is there are several process of signing in every transmission. So that will very important. So that's why it's very secure. Yeah, but of course the X.509 have also the challenge and weakness. Yeah, not well understood by users. Yeah. And CA private key could be leaked, yeah, and can be forged also, yeah. So it's very, it's also some consideration, yeah. Yeah, this is like the layer that they use for the SSA, yeah, using the SSA and then as FTP, file system, secure proxy, and then this is for the application layers, and then we also have using the connection using the cell, client forward, server forward, yeah, and then using the authentication, using the password, challenge response, and then public key, and then the SSL will be used for the transport layers, yeah, and then directly connected with the TCP/IP platform. Yeah, of course, it will be supported with the mathematics of cryptography. Yeah, this is the algorithm for modular arithmetic. Yeah, using the CD extended Euclid. Yeah, CRT, Chinese remainder theorem, exponentiation, and also Rabin-Miller prime testing. Yeah, so it's also one of the the mathematics of the cryptography. Yeah. So this is like the operation of groups. Yeah. So I think we can see that one that the intercurs under addition, and then we have a real expect zero under multiplication, and then we have the right multiplication of non-singular matrices. Yeah, so that will be very important. So yeah, this is the modular group. I think you can learn by yourself. Yeah, but the most important thing is you can see in here that actually in the blockchain we using the basic hash algorithm, and then we how actually work the SSL for the transport layer for the blockchains, and then we use the combination of the cryptography method, yeah, in the blockchain. So you can see in here that many things that we can observe. Yeah. So I think next week we will discuss more deep, yeah, about the implementation of the hash algorithm for the blockchains. Yeah. But before that, I think I'm not add to the log, but I will add. Yeah, you can learn from here too. This is like the standard from the Federal Information Standard. Yeah, using the secure hash standard. It is very important. This is produced by NIST. It's also you can learn from here the secure hash algorithm, yeah, from the SHA-1 until SHA-512 to understand about it, and then you can see about the example in here too, so you can understand about why we using the block, yeah, for blockchains basic layers. Yeah, so that will be very interesting to see about it. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's the intro the brief overview of the algorithm, especially I want to pointing the discussion on the SHA actually. Okay, so for the next, I will go through to our discussion. Yeah, so let me open the submission about the benchmark about the Hyperledger and also the Ethereum. Yeah, so after this, I would like to choose the submission, and then I will let you to explain, yeah, about what you have and found on your study on the benchmark of the Hyperledger and also the Ethereum. Okay, so please prepare your presentation. Yeah, wait a minute.